Hey, what's happening, YouTube fam? Say we got a hot one tonight. Danny Boy from Death Row. The era has been speaking out about Snoop Dogg. Man, he said Doggfather did him dirty, y'all. It's crazy the way he talking. Say we talking about money, he going broke, and some other stuff, man. I'm just let him tell it, cause man, when he tell y'all about this, man, y'all gonna trip out. Can't believe the dog going out like that, man. But here's one what I want y'all to know. Danny Boy is telling the whole story. Or is there another side we haven't heard yet? I'm gonna play what Danny Boy had to say, y'all. We're gonna break it down together. And I need the chat involved tonight because this is hot, man. I mean, this is the way Danny Boy talking about Snoop, man. It's crazy. I'm just surprised that nobody's just talking about this, or maybe they have, because I believe this interview that he did is, I think, 3 or 4 months old. But I actually watched it today, and I had to dang just react to this because man, the way he's talking is crazy. So all this stuff is coming back up because the Tupac trial is they airing it. So all these documentaries and all these interviews from back then when the death row era back in the '90s, all that stuff is popping back up, man. So I seen that one. I had to watch it. I watched quite a few of them, because that was back when I was in my little prime. I'm a little old now, but that was back when I was in my prime, man. And just all we used to listen to Snoop, Dr. Dre, all that stuff, Doggy Style. So, I'm kind of interested in this trial. I've been watching a little bit of that and covering it too. And some of them guys that was around the death row and that record, I think the studio, they all speaking out. I guess because Suge, he's nowhere where he can touch them. So they kind of speaking out, man, and they just telling the truth. So man, this is wild, man. But hey, look here. If you team Danny Boy, drop a fire in the chat. You know what I'm saying? If you think Snoop has another side to the story, put the dog in the chat. But and before we get into it, hit that like button, share this live. So this little J show. So let's get into it. I did want to look at a few things before I actually got into this interview. I seen some few things, quite a few things on Instagram and what is it? TikTok, yeah. Instagram and TikTok. I seen a few things on there I want to talk about, man. It's wild and crazy, Somebody even made this little AI video of Snoop, man, and saying that he actually wasn't unalive, you know what I'm saying? So I want to start with that. First of all, first up, I do want to say rest in peace, Nolan Wells. Rest in peace, Nolan Wells. So, you know, um, man, that's a sad situation. You know what I mean? So it's just terrible. It's terrible, man. I hate that, and I hope that his mom and his family, they get the justice that they deserve. Because man, they shouldn't have done that young man like that. They shouldn't have done him like that. So, I really hope that they get the justice that they deserve. Feel me? Because man, it's nothing like just I know his, like I said, his mom, man, her hair is probably just so gray. You know what I'm saying? Because she's sitting around worrying about what's happening. And they're not telling her nothing. You know what I mean? And I feel for her. I really do. I really, really do. I just hate that for her. But rest in peace to Nolan Wells. Also, you still got the Daniel Irvin that they dealing with, and then Tasia Fortune. She just all the just it's just so much stuff that's happening, man. It's hard to keep up with. What was it, Tyler Smith in Kentucky? You know what I mean? It's just too many, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, um, if I'm not mistaken, what am I trying to say? Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I believe Crump was down in Florida behind another situation. You know what I'm saying? Can y'all believe that? It's just too much stuff that's happening. You know what I mean? Just too much stuff. So, I pray for all those families, man, and I just hope that, whatever's going on, we can get control of it. You know, something's got to give, man. It's just getting too bad. Just hope that it doesn't get to where we are out here having a civil war or something like that. A racist war. I just hope that it does not get to that. There are good people in this world, man, and some people on the that side and on our side, they don't believe in weapons and things like that of that nature. So I just really hope that we can find some way to come together, man, and stop all this unaliving, and it's always the black children. I said, man, I know I seen Ben Crump down in Florida. Oh, I think somebody got shot. A young lady got shot. I don't know, man. I just took a little. I kind of glanced at the TV when I walked in my bedroom and I seen it. So I believe he was out there in Florida. So I think he got two cases in Mississippi he dealing with, two or three. Then he got the Daniel in Texas, and then Tyler in Kentucky. It's terrible, man. I just hope we could just get to some kind of resolution. We just need peace, man. We just need peace. And that's why I kind of took a break. I said I was going to just stay um I'm losing my train of thought. Sorry, but I said I was just going to stay continuing to cover this Nolan Wells situation, man, but I just want to just take a break, man. I was looking at some stuff on YouTube, and I seen this video, and I decided to do that. Just wanted to take a break cuz man, it's sad at sometimes, it makes you angry, at times, and it just makes you just sad at times, you know. So I just want to take a break on it. It doesn't mean I'm doing this video, but it does not mean that I'm going to stop fighting for Nolan Wells, because that we do need justice for that. We really need. She needs justice. Everybody wants to know what happened, and there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it. Ben Crump said there's nothing wrong with these content creators. These podcasters. The news. Nothing wrong with people wanting to find out what happened to this young man, and especially his family. Everybody wants to know. So I know I heard that they was done with the autopsy. I don't know. I think that toxicology. Nancy Grace, that man did say that the toxicology report was done too, and it's terrible that they won't even let the mother know. They don't have to tell us. We don't have to know all about that. But at least let us tell his mom, tell his family. Tell the attorney, give that lady a peace of mind. But rest in peace, Nolan Wells, man, and love and condolences to Christine Walmsley and Elmore Walmsley, man, and the rest of the family, man. I just, it's terrible, man. Really is. Anyways, we're gonna get to this Danny boy. You know what I'm saying? I want to get this interview, but I want to look at a few things on Instagram first, because somebody did an AI. Like I said, somebody did an AI, and it just shows that it was a cover up. They're saying it's a cover up. Now, if y'all don't know who Danny is, he's kind of like a rapper, R&B type thing. He was more like I guess you could say a Drake back in the day, because he did do a lot of hooks for the death row rappers. You know what I'm saying? And he did a lot of hooks for death row rappers. I know it's a few good songs that he did the hooks on. You know what I mean? And he was trying to just make his break, find his way. And he said he was living up in Chicago and working with some little small town record company. He was getting paid pretty well. Then here comes Snoop with his funky ass, giving him a call, talking about, hey man, I can help you out. You know what I'm saying? Basically, what he's saying. But also Danny Boy, I hate to say it, but Danny Boy, I believe he was one of the people that was caught with Ray J. When that whole thing came out, where uh, they were saying that Ray J was seen with a man and all that stuff. It was him. It was Danny Boy. So that's a little bit of history of this young man. I say rest in peace to Pac too. You know what I'm saying? This trial is going on, so I really hope. I know he gonna. I don't know. I don't know if they're gonna let this man walk or not, because he was. He really didn't. He didn't pull the trigger. But the only thing he did admit to was giving his nephew the weapon. He said he passed the weapon back to the nephew. hmm So, anyways, without further ado, hope everybody is having a lovely Sunday. Hope it's going good for you guys. About ready to wind down and you hear my old weird ass voice before you go to bed. So, uh, I want to look at this before we get into that AI little thing. But you know how everybody was saying that. Excuse me, I'm trying to get to it. Let me get to it. But you know how everybody was, saying that boy King wasn't Ti's son, right? It's popping back up. The shit is popping back up. You know what I'm saying? And really, it don't matter. He raised him. But he do look like that guy, man. I'm telling you. I think used to be Ti's homie, or she. It was one of the two, but he was close to both of them, I believe. And he do just look just like that little dude, but like that albino dude. Look at him, man. He look like he got a little albino in him. So let's check this out. See what's going on with this, man. Shout out to Ti.
The rumors are starting with T.I. It's coming out that King is not his son. They are doing some digging. I got something for y'all. Hold on. So, according to a reputable source, King was told his biological father is Bimmy. And that is why he told T.I. his history is a mystery. I never knew what the fuck he was saying. I don't know. I thought he was talking about maybe I want to take my daddy out, but okay, this makes more sense. And look at them. Look at them, y'all. It looked like Bimmy spit this boy out.
Yeah,
Tiny, you got some explaining to do. So I had to do some digging because I had no idea who Bimmy was. And come to find out, James Bimmy Anthony is often referred as New York's godfather of hip hop.
Yeah.
Hold on one second. Let me do a little bit more digging.
That little girl, look at the little girl. She kind of look like she got a little albino in her too. Uh-oh. She look a little like Benny.
So it looks like James was a street boy. He was in them streets hard, but then he turned and pivoted his way into hip hop and was doing very well. He's an indispensable manager. He has worked with Mariah Carey, LL Cool J, Slick Rick, Gucci Man, Waka Flocka, and probably a lot more than that. And guess who his sister is, y'all? Hold on. The one and only Miss Deb. Baby, the circle is getting smaller and smaller. Atlanta's not that big, especially when it came to hip hop back in the day. So I can see this. Either way it goes, I don't. Y'all, the rumors are starting with T.I.
Hey, check out these comments though, man. This lady said, I just want to know what's the point in this information and how did it make your life better? Oh my God, man. You know what I'm saying? Lady just found something that she wanted to talk about. Just like any other journalist or any TikTok person. You know what I mean? That is information, you know? And T.I. probably know that's not his son, you know what I mean? But hey, he did what he had to do. He stepped up. Another one say people really need to get a life. You know what I mean? Hey, to each his own. But then you got this one down here, and that one is speaking straight facts. I had to put a 100 on the side of that bad boy. It say Ti might not be the father, but he sure is the daddy. He's the only person King knows, and that's facts. That 100. Yeah. So shout out to Ti, man. I don't know what why they end up bringing this back up, man. And you know, like I said, he probably know that. You know what I'm saying? He probably knew that when she was pregnant. Cause that boy does not look like Ti or nobody in his family. You feel me? So let's get into this other little AI thing, man. I appreciate y'all rocking with your boy. Oh yeah. I know this one is kind of old, man, but this right here is crazy. You know what I'm saying? This little cat, this little cat, he it look like he playing. He look like he playing with a bag. It look like he playing with a bag. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this little thing is old, man, but I just wanted to just look at it. You know what I'm saying? Kind of, get a little something to talk about in this live tonight before we get to this big Danny boy and Snoop Dogg thing. Check this out.
Camera, A1.
Oh shit. My fault. My fault. We're trying to get this shit together.
They come run your
Trying to get
camera.
this shit together.
Yeah, right.
Roblox.
Camera, A1.
This man say bro dropped one of his Roblox. And that's true. It's a video. It's called props. You know what I'm saying? That's true. You know what I'm saying? It's props. A lot of people be in the videos playing with fake money. You know what I'm saying? Boy, I ain't never heard no money sound like that when it hit the ground. Never. So, I'm gonna start. We finna start out with this right here, man. Cause rest in peace, Tupac. Somebody did a little AI thing, man, and talking about this is a cover up, man. My boy's still on this earth making music. You know what I'm saying? This is some little AI little short movie. The Shakur Bloodline. The message he left behind. You know what I'm saying? The truth outlives the story. Machiavelli. Let's check this out, man. But some parts of it I wasn't really feeling it. It didn't really make sense to me. But hey, y'all tell me what y'all think about it. Check it out.
Sis, they're finally saying things on that stand I warned you about.
Machiavelli?
It's time. You found it. Turn to page 7. They've been telling the wrong story for 30 years. This is where the story really starts.
Oh my God.
You ready? From here, they see what we want them to see. There, that's him. Target is moving. We have him. Change of plan. Routes burned. We gotta move now. Stay on it.
Hey, let me
Let him.
tell you like this. Whoever thought of this right here, man, they need to start making some movies right here, man, because they put some thought into this little thing right here. You got to give them their props. They put some thoughts into it, man, and you can tell. I'm like, they should start making movies. They'd probably be good at making action-packed movies, man. This is crazy.
Keep watching the car. He switched again. Unit 2, intercept the strip route. There's another unit. Kill the lights. Public cars coming. That's our man. That car wasn't there before. Stand by. Don't follow the route. Take us off the strip. They're waiting for me. That's him. Stay with him. This is it.
Target confirmed on strip.
They took the bait. We're clear. Kill the signal. Vegas can keep the story.
So they never got you?
They got the story. They never got me. Now let them finish telling it.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. Whoever made this little AI thing, man, they should start making movies for real. Cause man, they put some thought into that. But like I said, some parts of it I really didn't understand. But I guess was it Legendary Bags Media? Shout out to them. You know what I mean? So they really saying Pac. You know what I mean? He ain't. He's still alive and somewhere making music. A lot of people been saying that, man. That he's still out because some of the music came out when after he passed, but it's just things that he recorded before all that stuff happened, man. So I really do feel like he's not here. Rest in peace, Pop. I feel like that situation really did happen. You got one guy that's going to trial behind it. If it wasn't true, I don't think they would be doing wasting their time with all that mess. And that's why all this stuff is coming back up. Like these interviews, you starting to see these interviews pop back up on YouTube, like from the Outlaws, from Dre. Um, I seen one. I watched Napoleon's, and I also seen another one. Man, it was pretty good. But this Danny boy, man, jeez, man, it's crazy the way he said Snoop did him. So we're gonna get into this, man. Before I do, man, you guys hit that like button. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to get some people up in here, man. Jump up in these comments and tell me what y'all think about this situation. Cause man, the way he did Snoop, I mean, the way Snoop did him, man. And it's funny too. You'll see it's crazy what Snoop did. Uh, he ended up giving him something that was fake. And that was crazy, man. Shout out to the art of dialogue, man. He interviewed Danny Boy a few times, but this one right here, man, this takes the cake to me. So I wanted to react to this bad boy. Let's go.
My guy, Danny Boy, welcome back, my man.
Uh-oh. What's up, my bro? I ain't seen you in a minute, man. I appreciate being on and I'm always loving coming on here.
Yes, indeed. It's been a while since I had you, man. It's been a long time. All eyes on me. I know the anniversary for
Yeah.
that just passed, the 30th. Out of curiosity, you get any, payments for that, yeah? I know the last time me and you spoke, you was telling me how you wasn't getting paid. I don't know if anything
But
changed by now.
I mean, I get my bit infused. There's so many organizations that that pay artists, you know what I mean, with all the streaming that's going on. So I get certain pays with, I'm sure certain money that's out there that I haven't seen yet. But for this to be the 30th anniversary, I'm excited, especially to see that I think it did something with the Grammy Hall of Fame or something like that. Yeah, so that's just pretty dope, bro. That's pretty dope. But as far as it's changed a little bit because I got small organizations, like a Sound Exchange that they pay you pretty decent. But as far as directly receiving something from that estate or whoever control that music, no, I still ain't received. I don't receive anything from them.
Wow. So you still not getting everything you earn.
Nah, nah. If there's anything else out there, no, absolutely not. I get the tools infused, monthly, the things that's added on to the royalties that we get as featured artists. But I don't think it's anything, I didn't receive anything within the last 2-3 years that's worth talking about. Not at all.
Because I know that I Ain't Mad at Shit. That's one of the, biggest records on
Yeah.
All Eyes on Me.
Yeah, man. And when it was a ringtone, man, I really missed out. So uh I don't know, man. I don't know who's running the estate and I don't know who pay all those, pay on those behalves. The music has changed so much, it not being the records or even though people are moving towards vinyls and people are moving towards CDs again. You know, the streaming game kind of got things so, confusing. But the little twos and fews that I get, I'm grateful for it.
Hey,
But I don't.
before he get into to this, man, y'all should go watch these interviews, man, because like it's a lot of people that was with Death Row. They're suing. Like I know Daz is an interview he did. He did an interview and he's suing them because he wants his masters. You know what I'm saying? Saying that he didn't get paid for a lot of things. So I mean, y'all should go back and check these interviews out. And like I said, Danny Boy, he used to do the hooks. You know, he used to do the chorus, the hooks, and stuff like that on certain songs that came out. You know, some really good ones. Man, I really can't think of one right now, but he was, he can sing. And also, he was the one that actually uh got caught with Ray J. You know what I mean? So let's get into it.
Don't think it's everything that's connected to it. Hell no, I'm not getting there.
Did you even get a plaque yet for All Eyes on Me?
I got one plaque. Uh, what's the dude name? Fake Dog. I mean Snoop Dogg. He gave
Except
me
for
he gave me
dog.
a he gave me a plaque when I went down to meet with him. I got a plaque from him.
Speaking of Snoop, what happened between both of y'all? Because I know at one point both of y'all was real cool and y'all was
Yeah,
making records, and I
yeah,
was
fake
happy
as
for
shit.
you, man. And out of nowhere, y'all just started, going at it. You was calling him out. Like, what happened, yo?
A lot of people, because I even as I was saying some of the things, it kind of made me kind of back off of because I be getting everybody opinions in my inbox and on the post. And people don't understand. A lot of people's like, well, he don't owe you nothing, and da 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 da. I just think, out of meeting Snoop again and being faced one on one, especially in a time and day in a space like what we're in. What do I mean by that? You know, all of us had an opportunity to see the Snoop Dogg story where I guess he was kind of messed over by death row, and he had an opportunity for Master P to come in and help him get his situation right. So it would look like, you would think that the artists that he come intact with, that he have that opportunity to do that for, you would think that would be some of the things, that he would convey out, that he would push as well, because he know what it's like to be bullshitted over. And as he told me, in the ending of it, he didn't sign me. I wasn't a part of Death Row. Suge brought me around. And it was a lot of bullshit that he said in the end. But how this started out was, I put out a record with the independent company that I was with, and the record was doing pretty cool. This song, and it did number 10 on the Billboard. And I was grateful. I was having an opportunity to have some movement, and people were able to hear me for music, not just talking and doing interviews or, just some of the little shows that I was doing. I was being able to do exactly what I love doing, and that's singing. And my shit started moving up the charts. And out of nowhere, Snoop hit me up. I didn't go looking for Snoop at all. And his conversation to me when he hit me up is he didn't wait. It wasn't this person that put him with me or this person that put me with him. It was God that brought this opportunity together. And he said how gifted I was, and he just wanted to be able to take my stuff to the next level. And you doing good, we got to get together. He just started saying a lot, just selling a lot of stuff to me, and I'm listening to it because, again, this is a person that I've been on here talking about, Snoop. You know what I'm saying? But just the nostalgia of being able to go back and be around Death Row and get some of those good records out and have somebody like a Snoop Dogg. So you would think behind the records that you're doing, because I'm doing records without him. You know what I mean? And shout out to Toxic. And I'm doing these records, and he contacted me, and he's selling me all this bullshit. And after I got with him, we got together, we did some recording, and we did the recording, and we put the video out, one of the smoking songs, and then we did the video, and then we did a song that he helped me put out. But when he gave me the agreement, I waited a little while, and he was telling me in the interim of it, I'm gonna make sure behind closed doors, motherfuckers know that I fuck with you. I'm gonna make sure that you straight. You know what I mean? Because when I went to him, I was honest with him. I'm with an independent label, the deal finna end. You know what I mean? So with the deal ended, that mean the bread finna run out from what I'm putting into this record, what we putting into radio. That budget ain't gonna be no more. And at this time, my deal was gonna end with them, and these people were gonna give me I asked them for $75,000 to sign my project again. And they agreed to give me $50,000 to sign me again to do another record. And you know, I got to be honest, it wasn't really nothing really wrong with my situation. There was some things that I didn't like, but we were doing pretty good and moving forward. And you know, now this nigga come in or this creep come in,
Uh,
and he started telling me, "Oh, I'm gonna do this," and you know, we got together. And when we did the video, you know, he give me this death row chain. I get back to the west side of Chicago. I'm excited because I'm getting the opportunity. You know what I mean? Hopefully, this is the spotlight that I need to get on the stage that I'm trying to get to. You know, and as everybody say, Uncle Snoop, you know, I definitely don't refer to him as no damn uncle. Like maybe I should, because there's a few uncles that I don't like. Maybe he's one of them. Um, and so he offered me, you know, he give me this chain, I put it on, and I'm living in the middle of the hood. Nice spot, but I'm in the hood where it go down at with this death row chain on. It's heavy, it's diamonds on it. You know what I mean? And so I'm, you know, my piece in my pocket, my fingers, you know, I'm protecting myself, and I'm walking through here, and you know, and within all of that time, Snoop sent me an agreement. You know, I'm thinking we're going to get an opportunity because I sent him a record. I sent him about 12 to, I got a new album done, and I sent him a mixed album. And you know, man, it's fire. We're gonna put this shit out. You know, let's make this happen. And shit, he gave me a contract, and the offer that he gave me was $10,000.
damn.
He offered me $10,000, and then after offering me $10,000, when I looked in the agreement, you know, because I'm looking at it and my attorney looking at it at the same time, and I don't know if he think that I'm like one of these artists that don't, like, I got off of Death Row Records from studying the damn contract, and he put this contract in front of me for a $10,000 advance for 2 singles, right?
Mm,
For 2 singles, and I'm in a group text with him and his A&Rs, and I sent a text because he told me to keep them abreast of what they send. So I sent a text in the group chat, and I told them that I was perplexed. What I was perplexed about, I was perplexed about the offer, the money that he offered me. What you offer me $10,000 for? I'm not saying I don't appreciate it, but like $10,000. Then we look further in the agreement. The contract was going to keep me 7 years exclusively to him,
mm.
meaning I couldn't do nothing else. So I'm gonna shut my shit down for you for 7 years for $10,000. The fuck I look like, a smoker?
Yeah, that really seemed like a shitty ass contract. It really does seem like a shitty ass contract, man. And Snoop, man, that's crazy. I feel like if whoever was a part of Death Row, man, them boys they should have the bag because they was doing their thing, man, back in the '90s. But I don't know what happened, man. I don't know if Suge blew that money, wasn't handling it right or what, man. But I don't know. But I do have a question, man. Like I have a question I want to ask, man. But I want to let him finish though.
And I'm trying to, and Snoop sent a nasty text back like, cuz you not on death row. What I did for you, I did out of love trying to help you. I got in your video, I charged for that.
Mm,
I got on the song with you, I charged for that. So recognize a blessing when you see it.
wow.
That's what he sent me. So my management team, they gotta calm me down because I'm finna, if I'd have been in front of him and he said that to me, let me explain to you what would have happened. Those big guys that you see with him, they probably would have beat my brains out because I would have slapped the shit out of Snoop. Because you talking to me for like we men. I'm a man that didn't even bother him. I'm a man that I ain't call that nigga. Like we too grown to like play games with each other. And at the end of the text that he sent me, you know, when he sent me that text, I held myself back because my team like, man, just don't say nothing, D. This could be a great opportunity. I'm quiet. And he said something else smart to me, like about a week or so later. Like, cause we agreed, we agreed to do the 2 singles, because I'm thinking we're gonna do a record deal. put out an album. And he told me, I'm gonna help you put money behind the radio. And he started telling me all these things. And shit. No, man, he offered that $10,000. And I agreed to doing the $10,000 for the 2 singles. My team, like, we need this special kind of fool. And we put the other song out. And um, So High and Special Kind of Fool is the songs that we put out. He offered the $10,000. After I signed the agreement, my lawyer took out all of the other stuff of keeping me exclusive. His lawyer sent back and said, we made a mistake. We made a mistake. Danny portion is $7,000 because the producers have to be paid.
Oh,
Snoop
damn.
producers got to be paid.
That's fucked up.
So ultimately, I made $7,000. I needed it because you fucked up what I had going on. I had at least $50,000. The lady's ready to sign me again.
Man.
So when a person asks me why I'm so upset, or why was I upset? Because I ain't upset now because, man, I keep telling people, I don't give a damn what you have. I don't give a damn who you are. Karma hit back. So you always get it. You're gonna get back what you put out. And I don't care. You can be a person with so much money. Money don't bring happiness. Like with me, you're gonna go through something. That don't mean I'm not a threat. You're gonna have a spiritual battle with me because I'm not fucking with you. You mess with my gift. You mess with my music.
Yeah, that's messed
And in the
up,
midst of
man.
this, I'm checking everything out. I'm gonna go get this chain clean. This Snoop took this off his neck and put it on my neck
Was that a cassette tape?
in the So High video. And I went to go get the chain cleaned, and I'm like, shit. The person I took it to was like, shit, you want to clean it? He's like, what's this? I'm like, what you mean, what's this? Man, I don't know if I should have thought if it was real or not, right?
Oh, what?
But like even the little fake shit that I wear, it's. I mean, let's not even say cubic. What's the other ones that you wear? This most Morrisonite. Like this ain't shit.
Oh, damn.
This shit ain't worth shit.
Hey, so is he saying? Is this man literally saying that Snoop's goddamn jury is fake? Oh, let's check this out. I believe that's what he's saying, y'all. Snoop, he said cause look, listen to what he said. He said that Snoop took this off his neck and put it on his. All right, check it out.
Thing out. I'm gonna go get this chain clean. This Snoop took this off his neck and put it on my neck in the So High video. And I went to go get the chain cleaned, and I'm like, shit. The person I took it to was like, shit, you want to clean it? He's like, what's this? I'm like, what you mean, what's this? Man, I don't know if I should have thought if it was real or not, right? But like even the little fake shit that I wear, it's. I mean, let's not even say cubic. What's the other ones that you wear? This most Morrisonite. Like this ain't shit.
Oh, damn. So he did say that. He did say that. Man said Snoop damn jury is damn fake. He said he took it off his neck. Snoop took it off his neck and put it on his neck. So why in the hell is Snoop wearing some fake ass shit?
Come on now, dog. Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
That is absolutely crazy, man. So is he really living like that? Because I mean, you think he kind of got it like that? He got the bag. He got it. He bought Death Row supposedly, but why are they having to go through all these circles to get everybody paid? Why do they have to go through this man here, through this company there? You know what I'm saying? When they should be able to go to Snoop. Cause Snoop is the one say he bought it, right? Snoop, the new Death Row. That's supposed to be Snoop's record label. So why is everybody having so much trouble of getting what they want or getting paid? You know what I mean? There's something behind it. And then you sitting up here saying that this man is giving away fake jewelry. That's crazy, man. He said he was walking out through the hood with it. It looked real though. It looked real in the mug. Damn, Snoop.
This shit ain't worth shit. So not only did you fuck with me while I had shit going on, you kind of put me in danger.
Oh yeah, not only that, cause before when he started out, he said that that little record label he was with, they offered him, you know, 50 G's for another album. But Snoop he intervened and said, "Nah, you come fuck with me, I got you. You know what I'm saying? I got you. We gonna have you up there. You finna get the bag. You stay with me." And then turn around and this happened. So he screwed. It messed him up. Snoop screwing him. That record label is probably not gonna deal with him no more. You know what I'm saying? So, damn, Snoop, man, that's terrible.
Because where I was living, a nigga would have thought this was worth something.
Yep. Give me
But I
that.
don't think he considered that. He just wanted to look like, just like what he do with everybody else. I'm going to pass out all these motherfuckers. What is this, a fucking baddies chain? I'm not no motherfucking baddie, nigga. A fucking Natalie
Come on
Nunn
now,
ass nigga.
dog. Come on now, dog. Come on, man. Come on, man.
If I wanted a
My
chain, by
God,
this
these
time I would have
niggas
saved
are
up and
baddies.
got one. I damn near lose all of them when I get them. And
Hey,
I
hold
sure
on,
enough
man. I
can
gotta
afford a
rewind that
Mercenite
motherfucker.
chain.
Say, what is this, a baddie
You put
chain?
this shit, I mean, let's not even say cubic. What's the other ones that you wear? This
Snoop giving away fake jewelry. God damn
Morrisonite.
it.
Like this ain't shit. This shit ain't worth shit. So not only did you fuck with me while I had shit going on, you kind of put me in danger. Because where I was living, a nigga would have thought this was worth something.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't think he considered that. He just wanted to look like, just like what he do with everybody else. I'm going to pass out all these motherfuckers. What is this, a fucking baddies chain? I'm not no motherfucking baddie, nigga.
Oh, baddies chain.
A
God
fucking Natalie Nunn ass nigga. If I wanted a chain, by this time I would have saved up and got one. I damn near lose all of them when I get them. And I sure enough can afford a Mercenite chain. You put this shit out on me, you give me this shit, put this on my neck, I'm going back. You doing all this shit on the internet to be the clown that he is on the internet, to
That's
make
fucked
it look
up,
like
man.
he's this good guy. But everybody that talk about him, y'all ain't hearing good story. What? Give me a good story about him outside his ass running in the Olympics. Or whatever he's doing with the Olympics of being on a fucking cake box or some shit. All that nigga talked to me about when we talked was God. I'm really
Hey,
thinking like,
he
damn,
said.
that's
Now he said he was
cool.
living. He was living in a rough part of Chicago, man. Now somebody really thought that was real, man. Yeah, they could have ran up on him. Hey, give me that. You know what I'm saying? Come off that. You know what I mean? Thinking that it's real. And he said it ain't about shit. He said it ain't worth $5. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. Hey, but did y'all read that book with that supposedly Puffy's wife had made, man? Did y'all hear that? And if y'all did, how many of y'all think Puff and Snoop was doing the damn thing?
Man, get your ass out of here. You reap what you sow, man. And they ain't even bitter no more about it. Like, sit back. Everybody that did a person wrong that a motherfucker done Googled on the internet and seen the wrong that they done, all of them people has had a bad time in their life. And they're put in a position where they don't understand, like, they're not gonna be able to make, because they don't understand hard times. Snoop don't understand what a hard time is.
Not
So God
now.
will come to him in a whole nother way. I don't wish no hate upon him. I ain't mad at him. I mean, no pun intended. I ain't mad at you. Like, keep pushing. But that was some fake ass, just as fake as this chain is, that is. This shit ain't worth shit. I'm finna put it. I tried to sell it, a motherfucker wouldn't buy it.
Damn.
I tried to do an auction on it, thinking that because it came off of his neck, a motherfucker didn't want it. What am I gonna do with it? Guess I'll put it in a little box and put it
Yeah,
next to
I'm
my
surprised,
one
man. You
plaque
know what
that
I'm
I
saying? You
have.
didn't put something online like this was Snoop's chain, Snoop Dogg's chain. You know what I'm saying? Look at this video. He had it in this video here. A lot of people probably would have grabbed that, fake or not. So I don't know, man. I don't know if he really telling the truth on it, because I know some people. He got some really loyal fans. And if he'd have put that probably on eBay or something like that, go check out this. You know, this is Snoop. He actually took it off his neck and put it on mine, and I'm trying to sell it. Somebody would have grabbed it. I'm telling you, somebody would have got that thing. So he must have didn't put it online right or something.
So Snoop, he's the one that reached out to you.
Reached out to me. I got video calls of the nigga calling me. Cause I'm excited. Like, shit, my folks excited in the background, recording, like, Snoop on the phone, nigga, this finna happen. Call me.
Yeah, that's unfortunate, man. I hate to hear that, man. And you thought that chain that he gave you was real.
Man, yeah, pull it up closer.
That's crazy.
I mean, good costume jewelry. But the world we living in, this will get you hurt up. Somebody think this shit real. If it was Moissanite, I'd keep it on my neck. Shit, if it was real some metal, I don't know what it's a damn dog chain. Baddies. Shot a clock ass.
And tell me
Oh
if I'm
my
wrong,
God.
but Snoop, he blocked you on IG, right?
Oh man, so yeah, as he was sending me these ignorant ass messages, we was going back and forth. And he was saying all these things in my inbox. Like I was telling him, how like you came to me with all this God shit, you the devil. You a corny ass nigga. You a bitch. I was saying all this to this nigga in his inbox, and he was texting back fast on that. Well, I ain't with you like that anyway. Suge bought you around. I don't even know you. Da 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 da. Like, oh, you call me for? So I guess he was trying to make Suge mad to make it look like we was doing business together. Reggie Wright and Suge, though, they kind of was doing an interview about it and they called that shit out. And that's kind of hard to hear because, like, you'll hear a motherfucker talk about Suge. Damn, man, and you heard me talk about it. I am forced to say that nigga is worse than Suge.
Mm.
I mean, all bullshit aside, let the balloons down. Naked room. There's nothing in the room. There's nothing but honesty. Human being wise. A person of moral. And you'd heard me say a whole lot of shit about Suge. All us got our ways. But as far as a good person and a piece of shit, I would say switch names like Snoop Knight, but that nigga don't deserve to have, the name a knight behind you, or like my name, Stewart. You gotta be a good steward over something, or a knight is, mighty king type situation. And they don't even deserve that name, man. That nigga's too fake. That's some fake shit, bro. Snake. And I'm waiting to see, and we shall see how he do the artists that he got over there now. The
Who
rest
does
of
he
them.
have?
Because he ain't gonna do shit like him and Daz into it. He keep the lady of rage around. Amazing person. Amazing person. But Rage should damn near be executive around there. That's not what he's doing. He's a mutt.
Oh, so he still got Ray.
Wow. So comparing the two, you think Suge, he's a better person than Snoop?
He's worse than Suge. Suge took care of his people. Suge took care of him. I don't know what their business was because I told you how I felt about my business, but he took care of us. I think he did what he knew how to do or knew what he thought was right. Did he take some extras? Yeah, he took some extras off the table. But hell no. Man, I can't wait for to hear some of them niggas that's sitting around waiting for Snoop to roll something off the table to their ass. You meet him, he getting everybody these old fake ass baddie chains. You meet him, he throwing you in all this old death row gear, to all this shit that say Snoop Dogg on it and shit. And you got the right idea, I guess, you know, to have anybody that's relevant to walk around with, I guess, with his logo that he have control over. And everybody walking around being free ass cartoons and commercials for him. Piece of shit.
That's crazy.
Piece of shit.
I mean, you know, it's weird to see this, you know, because like all this stuff is coming back up because of that, you know, that murder trial is that M trial is coming is happening. You know, the unaliving the Tupac. So all these interviews are just starting to pop back up, and damn near everybody that was with Death Row, they either trying to sue or they're in a bad position, or you know they gone. They were unalive. But man, you know, if y'all was around back in the '90s, I don't see how them boys, none of them boys would be broke. I mean, Suge must have been throwing away money, man. Cause I know one guy I watched the interview. He said that Death Row was worth over 700 million. So them boys they should have been good. You know what I mean? And actually, I don't even see how he ended up losing that record label. Cause I mean, they had the streets on lock all like the early '90s, close to all the way up to what the mid 2000s. Them boys should have been good, man. I don't understand that. But if you watch all these interviews with these artists that was with Death Row, they either trying to sue to get they didn't get paid for certain songs. They trying to sue to get masters. You know, it's crazy. But then they say they got to go through different people, which I don't understand. I know Snoop got to, he have investors and stuff like that, but they should be going through him, and he should be trying to get their money back. Why is he not trying to help his homies, man? So it just it's crazy. He didn't got that big that he didn't forgot where he came from. He didn't forgot his homies, man. He can't help them out. It makes no sense. And then he turned around and said, "Oh boy, gave him a fake chain." Said he took it off his neck and put it on his at a video shoot. And he turned around and found out that chain is fake as hell. So Snoop jewelry is fake. I wonder if all his shit fake.
One of my desires in life was to work with him. I don't ever want to work with that nigga again. For nothing. Like, unless somebody like, oh, it's a big bag, death row going on. But that nigga, if he was a death row tour, he wouldn't take nobody that was on death row on it. Or wouldn't pay him right.
Mm.
Enough of that. My bad. I keep talking about him. Piece of shit, though. He blocked me, and I went right on there and tagged his ass. Bitch is blocked. You a bitch, is what I said.
Hey,
And I
but
haven't
then
heard from him
again,
since. I'm
it do
totally
kind of
fine with
feel
that.
like I wonder if he's just a little salty, man, because that deal didn't go through. I mean, yeah, he has a reason to be upset, but I'm wondering, like, all this stuff that he finna start saying and talking about Snoop, man, is it actually true? You know, is he just a little salty about the deal, man? I mean, it's two sides to every story. You know that. Everybody knows that. It's two sides to every story, so we don't know. He turned around and said that they offered him 10, Death Row did, and then turned around and changed it to 7. So we just don't know, man. I wonder what Snoop got to say about this bullshit right here.
I'm trying to be more mature because, again, I want people to know me for my music and the gift that I still have. I ain't lost my singing. I'm gonna still keep singing, and I'm gonna run into the right person, the right situation. We're gonna be able to do that, but like, it's not gonna be, hey, you can have some crumbs, or let me play games with you that you've been playing with when you was a kid. I'm not a kid no more. I don't have to do the talent show shit no more. Through the week, I'm grateful that I got a side gig. I work in a funeral home through the week.
Mm.
I'm grateful for that. So I'm not hungry. But when it comes to music, I do pray that I get to the right person or the right person get to me so that I can be on the right stage. Ultimately that's what it's about. Ultimately, that's what I'm mad about, being paid for the shit that I had on death row. He in control of that. He not paying shit off of that shit. I had about 4
Man.
people contact me over there talking about they trying to get some payments together and this and that.
But y'all just hear what he said, just think about this, man. Them boys was going all over the world, doing whatever they wanted to, eating whatever they wanted to, just kicking it. And now he's saying he working in a funeral home. I mean, God dang, Suge must have just like he must have been blowing money for reals. As you know, I end up this guy right here again. Shout out to Art of the Dialogue. He interviewed Pac's cousin, and she started talking about the house that Suge had supposedly got for Pac. It wasn't even his house, and it was certain things that he said was Pac's, and it was in the DOC's name. And I mean, it's crazy. I don't know how this man was doing business. I just do not know. They said he went to school to college, and he went to college for business or something like that. But it must have not. He must have didn't learn a damn thing because damn it, he blew $700 million, man. And then had to sell the company too. He wasn't a good businessman, but they all claim he was.
That shit was about a year ago.
I was about to ask you about that too. Is he helping you get your money back that you owe?
Hell, nah, no payment for nothing from that point. No payment, right? Just no statements. None of the things that he said he would go in and do. And then, like, you know what I mean? Like to see him, like you see this clown ass nigga give away money like to dumb shit. Not saying it's dumb, but I think like he was on one of those other lives and gave Kai Cenat like something that was worth so much money. But when a person like Jewel died, I bet you that nigga didn't even go to the service. I bet you he didn't send a flower. You didn't send a flower to Jewel's funeral. You didn't go to Jewel's service. As a matter of fact, I think Jewel was really open about her, working in a job, and I think she was doing security and different things. Like, you didn't bury Jewel? I mean, the nigga give you signs. That's a dog ass nigga. I know he is a dog ass nigga because I know how much that costs at minimum for a person that you don't care about, but you just giving it because you tender at heart. But for a person that's paid all that music with them, what they did, and you would think the relationship that they had, that should tell you.
Sad to hear, man. Yeah, I was making
Yeah.
good music too.
Amazing studio, man. It was amazing vibe. But shit, that shit within 2 months. And I waited 6 months of us, 6 months of us talking. Come on, man. You don't do that, bro. For shit, if some people make $50,000 a year. Some people don't make that a year. Honestly, that with what I had, I'm still catching up. And this was 2 years ago. I'm still catching up. I was trying to do deals with people and talk to them after I did the deal with Snoop, right? Oh, after we were talking, and I ain't really wasn't gonna say nothing. People didn't really want to do deals with me no more because they felt I was out of reach because now who I'm involved with. Or yeah, I can get you, but can you get him too? Man, I had somebody that offered, I think it went from $2 million to $5 million in another country for Snoop to do a show. In the midst of all this bullshit going on, I sent an agreement to his people. And if I'm not mistaken, I got it up to $5 million, maybe more, and sent it to his people. And they told me if we can make this deal happen, I think I was going to make like $250,000 off of it. Man, if he responded, they probably talked to them without talking to me.
That's crazy. I mean, well, I guess you say the deal didn't go through, but even at $250,000, You know what I'm saying? Of course, he gonna get the most because he the star, and he gotta pay a lot of people too. But man, shit, 250 that I would have been good with that, man, because you could have flipped that. He probably could have got him a little dry cleaning business or something. You know what I'm saying? That he could have relied on until he's able to get into the where he wants to be in the music business. I would have took it. I wouldn't have been sour about that.
I bet you he didn't like Pop.
Oh damn.
Nope. He's like one of them dudes that you play basketball with and y'all out playing ball in the streets. And if his mom or somebody tells Snoop to come in the house and it's his ball, he's the bitch ass nigga that'll take the ball in the house with him. The game is over.
Oh man. Yeah, he
You
a
can't
little
play ball if he
salty,
can't play.
man. He love Snoop.
Hell no, I don't think he definitely like, and you hear him talk now, like how he's advocate Puffy and all of that shit and Biggie. Nah, hell no. Hell no. Pac seen it. Absolutely, I bet he seen it. And you was around when he was mad over this shit. I was right in the middle of it. Ain't no what do you think? I was right in the middle of the shit, watching the shit unfold, hearing as they truck get shot up. Oh, they got shot up in the bus got shot up of their video in New York, and this happened for sure. Snoop bowed out a long time ago, from when Pac got all the damn attention. When it seemed like all the attention was on him.
Yeah.
And then he gonna say he was Pac friend and he say all that bullshit. I hate to say somebody ain't somebody friend because whatever. I ain't gonna denounce him from being his friend. He ain't my friend and he's not a friendly person.
That's a lot to take in, man. I ain't know it went down like that, bro. But
Right.
Piece of shit.
you been holding that in for 2 years, bro?
Ooh, man. Yeah, I've been holding it. I've been holding it. Like I said, I got videos of it. He called me the morning. I think his brother, was it his brother that passed?
Yeah, I think something like that.
Hair messed up. I wasn't thinking about no business, you know what I mean? Like, I text him, my condolences and stuff. Shit, he FaceTimed me, man. Looked like he was so distraught and called me in the middle of it, like, give me a minute. You know what I mean? This just went down and da 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 da. I mean, seemed like a real genuine person. I bet you can't find 5 motherfuckers that he been good to that he done put a check in their pocket. Outside of them ass kisses he got around that record label with him. Outside of them niggas that play like they A&Rs.
He taking care of his day ones though, right?
I mean, we see Lady of Rage, she
Oh.
stay working, but that take for her to say something on it. But we also see Daz, how he tried to play some type of musical contractual game with Daz. And they family.
Yeah, I know
You
that's
hear that
crazy,
shit?
man. Because
Them niggas is supposed to be
the
cousins.
interview that Daz did, he feeling some type of way about Snoop too, and they related.
And everything he's saying, you better believe it. Snoop trying to take people publishing and did it. Ain't that the same shit they were saying about Suge? Shit, at least Suge put some bread in your pocket before he took it. At least that nigga made sure you had a place to sleep. You drove in nice cars. You was eating. It looked to par. Suge wasn't passing out no motherfucking fake ass jewelry. Suge fed 500 to 600 single mothers on Mother's Day. And those people, when they sat down with them and their families at those tables at that hotel, there were small little medallions that Suge gave away that was little death row medallions. And them motherfuckers was little 10, 15 karat little chains.
Mm.
They were real. So I get the
Wow.
point. He trying to emulate kind of a little bit what Suge was doing. The fuck out of here passing that shit out. And then get them to everybody. If you see him putting them around, everybody get a death row chain. You get a death row chain. The fuck out of here.
Terrible, man. I hate to hear that, man. That's a lot to take in, man. I had no idea you was going through all that, man. but I do want to ask you about Suge. I had him on a platform, and we did some interviews, and your name came up, and he was talking about how he treated you like a son. He was taking care of you financially. You had a place to stay. He gave you a allowance, and you didn't have an album out, no hit song or anything, and he was still taking care of you.
So
So how you
yeah,
feel about him saying that?
I
well,
mean, the song he didn't have no hit songs, but I'm just tripping. He didn't have no hit songs, but he was on some songs that were hits, on some platinum songs. He was on some really good songs because the boy can sing. Got to give it to him. The boy, Danny Boy, can sing. What I don't understand is if Suge was like giving away all this stuff, man. You mean he didn't think to buy these people? Hey, let's go ahead and purchase this home. You stand in it. Let's purchase this home. You know what I'm saying? You never know. Rainy day. Let's purchase this home. Let's put some of this money right here. Let's put some of this money right there. You mean he didn't do none of that? Like none of them boys got homes, nothing, and they fighting to get paid for some songs that they made almost over 30 years ago. That makes no damn sense. What in the hell was Suge
I guess
doing?
that's a double double edged type situation. What do I mean by that? The relationship that I thought we had, and I'm young. You know what I mean? So I'm thinking I'm thinking this is like a father to me, so to say. So absolutely, I think he's done a lot of things for me that didn't end up equating to him putting out a record on me. The videos, he spent a lot of money on putting it out, on putting those things out and recording, spent a lot of that money. Yes, he did, but those were things that CEOs did at that time and that they do now, right? They spend money in artists that they believe in. So, the over cheerleading, like he did over, or I did so much. I think he did, in a humble way, I think he did what was necessary to get an artist that's trying to get a record out or that you believe in. You know what I mean? So yeah, he did some extras for me, but the music that I done along the way, that was records. Shit, don't know nothing about who all recorded and who all wrote on these records. We all were in the studio working. And a lot of these people, if that's the case, I bought a lot of people to Death Row to bring some of the shit that we heard. Damon Thomas, he's with the Underdogs. He did a lot of records on Pop. I bought that situation. I bought him over to Shook. I was bringing talent in. And I guess I wasn't young enough or old enough. I was young enough, but wasn't old enough to say, hey, I bought this person in, give me a cut too. But nah, we didn't put a hit record out because he didn't release the record.
Mm.
And I'm grateful for what he did, but like don't talk outside your cell. That shit he's saying, Suge, don't talk outside that cell, like that dumb shit you saying, like be grateful for what you did. You also my career up.
Damn.
You my career up. I also was trying to go to other labels, and because of because of the person that you were trying to convey that you were, right? Ta-da! That's why you sitting where you are now, right? You doing this gangster shit. You didn't want to do R&B records, and you went to jail. And people didn't want to sign me because they was scared of Suge.
Hey, that
I was going in there trying to get out and stop. I was going in.
I mean, is that like I don't understand that. People were scared to sign him because they were afraid of Suge. But we all know Suge ain't getting out for another what, you know, 15 more years, I believe, maybe 12. So I don't understand why somebody would be afraid of him knowing that he's in that spot unless they feel like he can make some phone calls. You know what I'm saying? And I I listened to that interview a little bit with I listened to all the Shugs with this guy too, man. He like interviews a lot of good people, but I listened to that interview and you could tell, man, by the way Suge is talking, man. He like, he feels like after all I done for these boys, y'all just gonna turn y'all back on me. You know, it's crazy. I kind of feel like if that stuff wouldn't have happened to Pac that night, I really feel like it would have been some beef between him and Snoop, man. And you know what I'm saying? I bet you Snoop is probably like, oh man, I'm sure glad that happened. But then they also said that he was at the hospital crying his eyes out. You know what I'm saying? When Pac was going through that, when he got shot. I don't know, but I bet you he was probably a little happy, man, because I know that if he would have made it, or if that wouldn't have happened, they would have had some issues, man. I believe Suge probably would have. He probably would have tried to make Suge make a choice. You need to let him go. You know what I'm saying? I can't work with him no more. You know what I'm saying? But I believe Pac was trying to get Death Row to New York City as well. So I don't know, man. It's crazy. I just don't understand all that money. Them boys, they ran the '90s. They took over the world. Why are they sitting up here fighting for songs they never got paid for? Why and money? You know what? I don't understand it, man. I guess everybody was so scared of Suge to like sit down and have a down look here, man. We need to talk about, these payments. You know what I'm saying? We need to talk about this. But they said that, he had some enforcers up there. You come at him sideways, you're gonna get dealt with. So I guess that's what everybody was afraid of.
They're trying to get deals. They were saying they were scared. I was telling them, I ain't never been scared of you. Never
Well,
been scared of Suge ever in my
they ain't
life.
scared
One time,
of
he scared me one time. That's it. And I ain't no tough nigga. I ain't playing like nothing, but I think I'm not gonna even say, don't even worry about it. But I'm just not gonna let nobody fuck with me and get away with it. I'm not gonna it's not gonna happen. He fucked up a lot of the artists that was supposed to come next. Yeah, he was the person saying your album is coming next, and it never came. So I don't know if he was saying that to correct some of the things I was saying about me being paid. Yeah, I wrote I Ain't Mad at You. I don't know if you know it or not. You wasn't in the studio when you heard it. Let's say I did. It's on contract that I wrote it. Why didn't he make sure that those things were in place for me? And he was my guardian at that time. Yeah. Yeah, you was my guardian. You should have made sure that hook me up. That's what I was around for. I had a publishing deal and a recording deal with you. I was around doing my part as a kid, but you was handling the other stuff. And at that time, who was gonna manage me? Because everybody was so scared of Suge. And you putting these blinders over my eyes, giving me the extras. I'm not paying attention to the business side of it. Yet the business wasn't structured right.
Okay, but see that's back then. This 2026. And I mean this boy got talent. If y'all just go and maybe Google a song maybe with Pac and Danny Boy or Snoop with Danny or Corrupt with Google it and listen to, you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure he's singing the chorus or some stuff like that. He got talent. So, like I said, this is 2026. You telling me that you cannot find like some type of studio somewhere where you can get some drums going, some beats going, and make your music and put it out on Spotify, YouTube, because that's how a lot of these little kids, these little guys is doing it nowadays. They ain't getting no record labels. They getting big off of YouTube and Spotify and all these music platforms. You know what I mean? So he can do it too. If they can do it, he can too.
So I thought you was gonna say something else because I kind of hear him when he says little funny shit and I let it by just to, I guess whatever. Because again, I ain't got no problem with him. Ain't no problem. That shit was over 30 years ago. 30 years of my life have been draining, talking about Suge and getting away from Suge and look where he at. I got 30 more years in me to try. I could record a record right now quicker than he could.
So for you, everything
Go
Suge
do
Knight was
it.
doing for you financially, you feel like that was owed to you.
Hell no, he didn't overpaying. Like we can say what it was. He was giving me $2,500 a month on paper, right? $2,500 a month. He signed me for He's played. You signed me for $375,000. Let's be real about what really happened here. Interscope gave you $375,000 to sign me. The nigga that brought me down there, you gave him $275,000, and he gave you back $100,000. At the time that these distribution company was putting up money, the publishing deal, they gave him an advance to give these artists they publishing deals. Y'all gave me $25,000 to take 50% of my publishing. You gave me too much? Out of the $375,000 that they swindled from Interscope, y'all gave me $25,000, the same 25. I didn't make any extra. Only got $25,000 for the deal.
Okay.
So he stepped in playing games in the beginning too.
But
Just
you
what
gotta
niggas
think about that.
do.
He was young, man. This cat
Show me
was
a nigga that
young.
get
He
in
was
that
young
position
back in
that
the
do right
days.
by
I
their
think he
people
was
right quick.
about 17. You know what I'm saying? But $25,000, that's a lot of money back in the early '90s. You know what I'm saying? But he was young. He probably ran through that money, man, quicker than Down Suge ran through that 700 million. You know what I mean? So he wasn't really thinking as well. You know, everybody. I guess everybody was there was just thinking, man, Death Row is here to stay. You know what I'm saying? You know, because they was on top of the world. They just thought it was just gonna stay. Like nothing wasn't gonna happen. They weren't looking out for their futures. Like I don't see why. You know, I feel like everybody that was in that. I don't know about the Pox crew, the Outlaws, but I say Snoop, uh, this man right here, Pac, and there was a few more other ones, man. Them boys should have had homes bought and paid for wherever they wanted them. You know what I'm saying? They should have had everything because Death Row was on top of the world in the '90s, man. They took over, so I don't see why they're broke now. This man say he working in a funeral home, man. And he's on some of the hottest songs that was out in the '90s. He used to sing the hooks. You know what I mean? So I don't understand that, man. Suge, man, he just was not a good businessman. He was not.
Pause. Show me a black CEO of one of these record labels. I'm sorry to say it. Show me one that was in a position like Suge and Puffy that did right by the artist right now.
Hmm.
I'm looking for one. I got hope. But so far, these niggas is greedy. Same niggas that come from where you come from. If I'm a bum, you were a bum before too. We all were bums. We all come from the gutter. We all come from the hood. None of us was raised with $1 million.
Yeah.
This all was a learning class for all of us. Yeah. Now I was giving them a benefit of the doubt. People say, now, you know, Suge did you like that? I'd be like, man, shit, he ain't know no better. Like some of you, he knew music and he knew what he knew how to do, but he didn't go to college for the music business. And I was giving him an excuse. But, you know, from that type of comment, it sounds like he's the same type of prick that Snoop is.
Mm.
And Snoop learned these prick ass mentality and behaviors from Suge. He's just worse.
When I was speaking of Suge, at that time, him and Ray J, they was going at it. And, you know,
Yeah.
Suge, he implied that you knew about Ray J being gay.
So can I, Ray J, you brought up Ray J. That's funny you brought him up because he hit me on my inbox on Instagram about 2 days after he put out that his heart is messing with him or whatever. Prayers for his health. And you know, so I hit him back because one, I was surprised because I've sent many messages to him. I was surprised once that he even hit me. And so, you know, I sent him a message, man, glad to hear from you. You know, like we brothers, whatever it was, we brothers, and you know, you know, true genuine text. And he sent me back some shit about cool, he doing a promotion thing and what's my budget because he's seen my music. blowing up and what's my budget, and he can get me so many views. So he gave me this little ass commercial. I don't know what the that was about, but I'm just saying it weirdo. But I don't want to, just because of the thought of that and out of respect of, what he's going through, it's not my job to point out anybody that's gay because nobody outed me. I said what I said about me. I have a problem with people that play or say anything about me being the way that I am.
Mhm.
And I could clearly see that there's something like that in them.
Hey, well, see, if y'all don't know, this man is gay. He doesn't mind admitting that. So when I guess Suge was going through his thing with Ray J, Suge came out and said that this was the man that Ray J had supposedly been with. And I believe in one of his interviews, he said it. He said, "Yeah, me and Ray J been together." So this man is gay. You know what I'm saying? Nothing against gay people. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, I believe this was the guy that Suge was talking about that Ray J was with. You know what I'm saying? Because Suge came out and said Ray J was gay. You know what I'm saying? He go both ways basically, and he was referring to this guy because he knows a lot about this kid, man. Because back then this guy he was what 17, 16, living with Suge. Suge was taking care of him.
I think he's gay. He's showing us every day. He say different things. He's on his little shows. If you look at it to me, yeah, for sure. He gay, but he can't say he gay because look how hard everybody is on, especially a black man coming out saying he gay. So he'll probably never come out. But to talk about Suge and him saying that we were on gay activities, he may have said that, out of being funny, but like I thought Suge said he didn't know nothing about me being gay as far, up until me saying something, why I didn't say nothing. So I don't know where he would even get that from. But I've said some things. And so that means he had an opportunity to see some interviews. And I stand behind what I've said. I think the stuff that we did was gay. But most of these niggas is gay.
Oh, you damn right about that. God damn
Most
it,
of these
say it
niggas gay.
again. Hold on, say it again, man. Most of these motherfuckers is
I am.
on the DL for
And I could
real.
clearly see that there's something like that in them. I think he's gay. He's showing us every day. He say different things. He's on his little shows. If you look at it to me, yeah, for sure. He gay, but he can't say he gay because look how hard everybody is on, especially a black man coming out saying he gay. So he'll probably never come out. But to talk about Suge and him saying that we were on gay activities, he may have said that, out of being funny, but like I thought Suge said he didn't know nothing about me being gay as far, up until me saying something, why I didn't say nothing. So I don't know where he would even get that from. But I've said some things. And so that means he had an opportunity to see some interviews. And I stand behind what I've said. I think the stuff that we did was gay.
So there you go.
But
He said that he was with Ray J.
most of these niggas is gay. Most of these niggas gay.
Oh shit.
I thought it was accepted now. Like, shit, man. Everybody's gay almost. I'm trying to go back in the closet. These niggas so gay to me.
Hey, what's the
But
name
what
of
you
that
mean when
down
you
show?
say
Hold
some
on,
of the
what's the name
things
of
y'all
that
was doing
down
was
show?
gay?
Where that down gangster dude. It's Queen. What is it? All the Queens men. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He gangster, bad motherfucker, but he likes messing with men and shit. So it's a lot of them down here. A lot of people out here like that, and it's just crazy. And then they try to hide it. There ain't no point in hiding it, man. If that's what you like, that's what you like, bro.
Mm, mm. Is it straight for guys to watch porn with each other? I'm just asking, is it what you consider? If 4 or 5 of you and your homies got together and y'all watch porn all the time, is that straight or gay?
I would say that's gay. If y'all setting up a meetup to look at porn, yeah, that's pretty gay.
Not
Yeah,
really
yeah.
appointment, but it always happened. And I ain't saying this would happen, but I'm just acting. This is a sidebar question because I know y'all gonna go crazy. They gonna go crazy. I'm just asking a question, dude. I, I don't know, because I guess because I'm gay, so I don't know. To a straight guy, do 5 guys get together no matter what? If you see each other twice, 3, 4 times a month, 3 of those times are y'all watching porn together?
Hell no.
Yeah, that'll be gay.
Okay. Um, Another question, I guess, and I guess you want to ask me the question, but I just probably need you to help me because I be having shit all fucked up. I think I know what happened to me when I watch porn. I know what it excites me. So I don't know why niggas want to be around each other watching porn together in an exciting moment, and it's just all guys.
I be damn, man. I don't
It
even
got to
like
be
porn. I don't like porn. I don't even like watching that shit. I want to be in it doing. I want to be in it. I want to be. I don't want to watch that shit. That shit. I just don't understand why people want to watch somebody else fucking. That makes no sense to me. I be damn if I'm gonna sit there and watch it with some of my homeboys. That is crazy.
some type of ending to that. But man, like you say that's gay. It's a lot of shit these dudes be doing, bro. That they be like, that's not gay. But again, I agree with you. That's gay. Those are gay activities.
When you say that it got to be some kind of ending, or you implying that y'all was masturbating?
You just made me tell you. You good too. But I'm just saying, it got to be something, right?
Oh
It got to be
man,
either
this bitch talk
masturbation or
about some
touching or,
bullshit.
call a bitch over, call a girl over, call somebody through. It got to be one of those. I'll tell you, we didn't call a girl through. And if you was in a room just watching and didn't do nothing,
Man,
that's gay,
nah,
right?
I don't want to hear how to sit there,
Had
man.
an
Fuck
idea. That's
that,
a good
man.
question to ask him. Did he ever answer that question?
No, I don't think I ever asked him.
That's a good question to ask him because I don't know, Suge. I mean, he said about this Ray J stuff is just what he felt after. But during that time, I would like to know. Maybe that's why he threw so much pussy at me. I don't know. Because he kept me with a girl. Kept me with one.
Nigga trying to
For
change
sure.
your
I mean,
ass.
not really like he had them for me, but I was around him and he had a few for him. And I knew out of them few, it was 1 or 2 for me.
Do you consider yourself bi?
So I don't have relationship with women to this day. Up until recently, I thought it was kind of nasty. Like, you know what I'm saying? I didn't want to be going in between. But I guess the nasty part about it is not telling a person what you do. You know what I'm saying? Or doing it behind their back. The DL shit. No offense to them, because I understand why a person don't want to tell people
Why?
and why they try
What?
to live
Fuck
that
that.
private life. But I think,
No.
just being DL is dangerous for everybody. Because at this point, we're all sleeping together
Damn
and
right.
nobody kind of know what's going on. So I thought it was kind of nasty to be like going back and forth from a girl and then talking to a guy. And then recently you hear people that's in, like, I guess called lavender relationships, where it's some women that don't mind about it.
Mm-mm.
So,
Hell
it
no.
was more of a respect thing for me. I respect women more. I didn't want to hurt anybody, especially a woman. I didn't want to talk to anyone and be with them and we be building something for real. And I got this other lifestyle, or, whether it's sexual, whether it's a fantasy or whatever it is, I got this going on and I got them involved. But do I like women? For sure, man. Women are beautiful. I like them for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. Ain't nothing
But
like a
I
beautiful
wouldn't put them in
woman
a
laying
mix
next to
of,
you. Shit.
if I'm in a relationship,
I don't see how
talking with
two men
somebody.
can do
I'm
that.
more of
I
a,
just do
I don't want to, I
not.
don't even talk
I
to a
don't
lot of people.
understand it.
I like being
I
in a
don't
relationship.
understand it.
So if I'm
But I
talking to
mean,
a guy,
hey,
that's who I'm
if
talking
that's what
to.
you do, that's what you do.
And at that time, if it's a woman that would believe in, I guess, the lavender relationship, that'll talk to a guy that been with a guy, that's a hard thing. Because I've asked, when I've had relationship problems before, I kind of considered, and you know what I'm saying? And then the women that I wanted wouldn't sleep with a guy that's been with a man before.
I want to ask you, because it's well known that Suge, all the stuff he was buying y'all was in his name. Do you believe that was intentional or no?
Um, so I don't know if it was, I think it was intentional, right? But I don't know if he knew that it was intentional. What I mean by that? You know, if a record company or company is buying you a car, if they don't give you that motherfucking title when you that pink slip when they buy it
Mhm.
and you just driving it, you're in a corporate vehicle, right?
Suge
So
was,
none of
hey,
those cars
Suge,
were in our
Suge was like,
name.
hell no,
We
you can get this, but it's, it's yours, but I'm gonna make sure it's mine, because if your ass leave me, you gonna get my shit back. You know what I'm saying? But really, it's theirs because they're the ones that's making the money. So I just don't understand how they put so much trust in them, and it was everybody was so scared of them, man. But shit, when it come to money, man, fair is fair. You know what I'm saying? I would have walked away from his ass. You know what I'm saying? I would have tried to find something else and not just try to stay with him. But like I said, everybody was so scared of him, and now that he's locked away, they're trying to come at Snoop in this new death row for shit that they didn't get paid for 30 years ago. I just don't know how this gonna fly, man. I just don't know.
were in corporate cars that, yeah, I guess that he was leasing for us. None of the houses that he had everybody in probably belonged to people he were renting those houses for us. That's kind of some corporate shit, but after so many years, you don't want to not end up with just everything is rented and he's just giving it to you and it don't mean anything and you ain't got nothing at the end of the day. That's why I like, what I mean, the statement of him saying he did so much and spent so much for me or on me and I didn't have anything. Like, I enjoyed a lot of the fringe benefits, but like, count the money. Like, motherfucker, you didn't give me that much motherfucking money. You didn't give me that much money. Yeah, like I said, I always say you made sure we stayed in nice houses. And if that's what you counting, cool. But they're not passing our houses and saying this is your house, or none of that shit. And at the end of the day, everything that he gave you from the papers that I got back, he was charging you for it. Yeah, like, I mean, we did this big video shoot for Slip and Slide, and we went to Mexico. And we flew all the artists of Death Row over there on like who budget that came out of? Charge that shit to me. And sign another artist and get him some bread. And probably ain't got to get him no agreement or anything. Yeah, he knew how to juggle that, I think.
Yeah, because I know that he was using Pac budget for Nate Dogg child support. So
He probably did.
Yeah, I heard that too.
He probably did. Tricky niggas, man. Yeah, I be trying not to say what I want with this part of tricky niggas. It's a lot of them West Coast niggas is some weird ass niggas. Not all of them. Niggas. A lot of them niggas is some faulty ass niggas. Not all y'all, so don't get mad. Calm down. For the ones I've encountered, most of them are.
Mm.
They fit with the word Hollywood.
what's Ray J around there for? Because I know he told a story before about how he seen Faith on Tupac lap. And I know when I spoke to Suge, he was telling me that Ray J wasn't around there for. But I know if anybody know, you know. So,
No, man. Like, Ray J was around me. I was his pass of him getting in behind that death row door.
Mm.
So when he came around, he was around with me. He wasn't privy to all that sitting in them sessions and seeing that shit. No. I seen that for myself. And I know when I seen it, he wasn't in that room. And I didn't take him in there. No. Nope. He probably, I don't know. I don't even know if he ever been around Pop.
he said he was.
Shit, show us a picture.
Mm. Mm.
Shit. What did Getty's picture at? Somebody. I don't know. I ain't saying it, but like around that time, as a matter of fact, he couldn't really come around because I was with Death Row. Like, he had to start pulling back when the whole stuff started going on with Death Row. His parents and people didn't want him really around Death Row Records. He started going around Death Row until Suge got out of jail the second time, and he wanted to be like a son under Suge, and he's a blood, and he's under Suge. And when you seen that little run with him and Suge.
You and Orlando Brown. If you can you give me the backstory? Because I had no idea that y'all knew each other, but he stole from your restaurant. What's the backstory behind that?
that mother
Damn.
Orlando. I've been knowing Orlando since he's about probably 16 years old, maybe 16 or 17. And I met him through Young Buck. Young Buck know all of the sitcom guys, all the recording artists and stuff like that. So he started bringing Orlando around to the crib and stuff, and Orlando would hang out. And he was doing his show, and we'd be hanging out.
Yeah, shout out to Young Buck. He got an interview too on here. The Art of Dialogue. He interviewed Young Buck, man. His shit was like really genuine, man. He was like really telling everything. Along with Tupac's cousin, she had a really good interview, and she knew a lot of stuff. But Young Buck, man, he was like telling a lot of this stuff, and it's kind of different from what he's saying, but they all have their stories.
And I took on to him like a little brother. I hadn't seen Orlando in years. When I relocated to Las Vegas, everybody knew the stories, especially my family and homies that was around me knew that was my homie. And I moved to Vegas. I was there in my restaurant about 2 months. I was living in my restaurant. That's how I was living in the restaurant for about 2 months. And one of my cousins, Gemini, he seen Orlando at a bus stop, sleeping on a bus stop. And I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, I seen him sleeping on the bus stop, and I told him you use my cousin, and da-da-da-da-da-da. And I told him, go back around the corner, man, and go back around the corner and see if you see him. He went back around the corner, got him, picked him up. Orlando didn't have no shoes on. He had socks on, and he had a T-shirt on and these shorts. We sent out to get him some clothes and stuff, and he ran the restaurant and he chilling, and he would have this big outbursts every now and then. And this was an Orlando that I didn't really know. And I had seen some of the stuff online about him getting high and tweaking out. And I ain't been in this restaurant 2 months. It's a hotel on top of me, a little motel, boutique motel. And Orlando went off. He was in there and he started going off while I was in a meeting. And he went in his pocket, and I jumped up and I'm like, hey, bro, I'm talking to these people. By this time, I know he got a problem. I'm talking to these people. Won't you calm down? He went in his pocket like he's going to pull out a knife on me. So I jumped in his face. At this time, I was about to put hands on him. And my people like, calm down, you're tripping. So they took the knife from him. About 2 hours later, about 2 hours, about 3 o'clock in that morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, I'm sleeping in the back office where the bedroom area was in the back office, and I see some rattling going on the doorknob. In Orlando, and the rattling going on in the doorknob, and then the doorknob just fell to the floor. And I pulled a gun out because I'm thinking somebody is trying to break in the restaurant. Because Orlando had left, got mad that evening. I ain't seen Orlando. This is about 3, 4 in the morning, and they breaking in. And I didn't even go. I didn't even see it. I'm watching him on camera in my office. This person doing it. So I go up to the door. Man, he took off running and went on top of the roof of the hotel. And it took about 3 or 4 hours for the police to get him off the roof. And as he was coming down, he was telling them, this is my restaurant.
Damn.
He took my money from me and started a restaurant, and he didn't give me my money. And he pulled some guns on me and put me in the trunk. So the police, like, damn near finna hand me and my people up. And they got him to come down a ladder that we had put out there for him to come down the ladder. And as he's coming down, they were getting ready to handcuff me. And as he was coming down, and they was like, the guy asked him, what's your name and whose restaurant is this? And Orlando hollered to him. He was like, I'm Orlando Brown, and Michael Jackson is my dad, and this is my restaurant.
Oh
So
shit.
the police.
Hey, so If y'all don't know, he's talking about the man who unalived Tupac. Said that he knew him already. But to me, it sounded like a boy had a mental illness, and then maybe just living in them that type of area, being poor like that, and then you know affiliated. Because I think what did they say he was with the Southside Crips? Him being affiliated, it seemed like a boy had he had a mental illness problem. I didn't know all this stuff had went on, but he is actually talking about the guy that unalived Tupac that he knew him. Said he knew him since he was 16. And hey, I'm gonna put this link in the chat and see if anybody want to come up and talk about this. If not, oh well. But I want you guys to stick around because I'm gonna play this video, man. About I got these tank tops going out with the Lil J show, and it's a little rough draft, man. I just want y'all to check them out and see what y'all think about them. I'm gonna play it after this video, but I'm gonna put this link in the chat if anybody wants to come up and talk about this situation. So rest in peace to Tupac, man. This is crazy. I don't understand why them boys shouldn't be living good by now.
Left me alone as soon as he came off the ladder. He put Orlando in some handcuffs and they took him to jail. And a lot of people was mad at me that we called the police. It's like, man, why you call the police? Shit. One, this was my business. You know what I mean? This is my business where I had my restaurant was at that time. And two, Orlando needed some help
Yeah. Shit.
beyond what I could offer. But that's the homie though, man. He funny as hell. I can't tell if it's an act though, because I think he something really wrong with him. I've seen it up close. This business will mess you up though. And that's what people capitalize like, he's getting on shows with that shit. For us, it's an act and it's a show and it's a scene. But literally, I think it's something wrong with that dude, man. Yeah,
Mhm.
mental health is real, man. That shit real.
Yeah, it is.
A lot of people are dealing with that, and I'm glad, like even throughout all the bullshit that I've been through, that I'm able to hold on to the little sanity that I have, because we all just got a little bit left.
The Diddy documentary, you seen it?
Oh yeah, I've seen it. Absolutely. I'm proud of. Shout out to 50 Cent. I am proud of the documentary. I appreciate it, and people get an opportunity to see the monster that dude was or is. Again, because they painted these pictures on Suge, and you still can't come out with videos and no motherfucker saying that kind of stuff about Suge. It built on everybody almost, there's a lot of people that died around this dude. And he got higher, as we were seeing. And I would have questioned that if I didn't have an opportunity to kind of, you know what I mean? Like to see that with Puffy and to see that with Biggie and then to see that with Pac and then to
Hey,
see that with Suge's homie,
well,
Jake.
now they had an interview with Suge's best friend, and he said he was with Suge like all the time, and he said that he heard Suge on the phone with Puffy when all this stuff was going on. Man, they was talking about trying to find ways to keep this little war going on because they was making money off of it. He said that he actually heard him talking to Puffy about trying to figure out ways to just keep it going so they could get paid. Excuse me, so they can get paid off of it. So hey, the link is in the chat if y'all want to come up.
Yeah. He the monster that everybody had an opportunity to see. And those are the ones that get away with it. What he got, like 4, 5 years? Man, I was a nigga that was walking around saying keep R. Kelly in jail. After seeing that shit, they should be released on the same day.
Yeah, when you look at it, he did play a part in Big Jake murder. So,
Absolutely. Absolutely. A lot of this shit is over him. A lot of this shit. You see that shit with the dude that's in jail about Pop.
and everybody was making Diddy look like a saint and Suge look
Right.
like the bad guy. Now look.
They were both the
Both
same,
of
but
them.
Puffy was just waving and kissing the babies. Suge was just more upfront and, big and out loud with his. But Puffy was a monster, man. Especially from the stuff that we see. Hate to judge it because you know what I mean. It was put in front of us. But that's my opinion.
You think he was behind Pac murder? Because I mean, if you look at the documentary, they alluded to it.
Yep. There was a $50,000 bounty out or $75,000 bounty out for anybody that could bring a death row chain. If you can get a death row chain off of any one of the guys that got it, they're going to give you $75,000, and that was put out by Puffy. So we could follow the story all the way from the death row medallion and all of that, from Jake to everything now. I don't know if we can point it to him, but I don't know if we should count him out.
Was you there when Big J got killed?
No, I wasn't there. Nope, wasn't there. I was in the office and knew the moment that it happened, though. Remember it, and I remember Jake.
How was that like when y'all got the news that he got killed?
Man, it was real, real sad day because Jake was a real humble, nice dude. I mean, these niggas still were bloods, but Jake were one of the humble dudes, and I think Jake is one of the people that kept Suge level on the business side and on the street side. And Jake was trying to dive more into the music business part of it. And I think that was a friend to him. Yeah, and you knew that they went out there to party in the ATL the one day, and then the next day Jake is in the hospital fighting for his life.
Sad way to go out, man. Did you know Jamala?
Not really. I met her, seen her around a couple of times, and I think at the hospital, but I don't know her around. I think I met her also around the museum time.
Yeah, when we interviewed her, she revealed that, Suge, he told Pac not to bring his vest to Vegas. You know anything about that?
I seen that shit. That sounds stupid. How she know that? How do you know that? Pac called her and said, "Hey, Suge told me don't bring my vest. Get the fuck out of here." Oh, when he was leaving, we always kept our vests on us. That was a thing. Everybody.
Hey,
My
see
honest
now see
opinion
that
about
right
that, just
there, that's I don't know, that's a contradiction because excuse me, Pac's cousin said that she was in the room and she actually heard Suge tell Pac, "Don't bring that vest. You don't need that vest. You don't need that vest. Don't bring it." And she said he kept saying that, "Just don't bring it." And then they said she said that she went outside with what's the girl's name? The Jones girl that Pac was finna marry. What's her name? Kadada? Yeah. And she said that the Kadada was just looking at Suge and was like, man, something ain't right. Something it just don't seem right. Something just don't seem right. So man, it kind of just if they would have followed their first mind, because they said they wasn't gonna go at first. If he would just stayed his ass at the house, man, none of this stuff would have happened. I ain't gonna say probably wouldn't have happened later on, because shit, they say Pac would just get wild, man, just go off on anybody. You know what I mean? Because he felt like he was untouchable with them guys.
my honest opinion. I think Pac thought that it was so safe and we were so comfortable in Las Vegas that it wasn't important to wear it in Las Vegas. Las Vegas, it was like, let your hair down. We run the city. We finna have a good time. Everybody love me. So we ain't got to be like this today. And that caused him not wearing it and caused him his life ultimately. But come on, man, get the fuck out of here. Why would she say, "Hey, Pac, don't wear your vest today"?
Yeah, she lived with Pac. But yeah, when we interviewed her, she overheard it. Suge telling Pac not to bring his vest.
I mean, that probably, let's say for instance, he said that. I don't think that was in a way of, being malicious or anything. That could have been, nigga, we ain't gonna need that down there, nigga. We straight. Like, it was probably more of that than, don't bring it. We got something planned for this weekend type shit. Nah, man. It could have been done way more smoother than that.
Suge the main reason that Snoop beat that murder trial, right? Or no?
I mean, it was because when you look at it, it's not when you look at it, it's the reality. It was Suge's resources. that was extended to him. Suge had a bad lawyer team, David Kenner and all. I was going to court. He spent a lot of money. And I don't know about the chicken boxes that they got when he was Calvin. I don't know about the Popeyes boxes because I wasn't there. But just going in there and seeing the court scene and seeing the things that he was going through and just, man, this the person that put you and gave you this position. Those people, man, that's the problem with people, man. Some people deserve to be honored and respected. That don't last. It ain't like a temporary thing. It's not a thing where the time go off. It's almost like a marriage. To death do us part. That don't mean we got to stay in business and bed. That don't mean we got to stay in a relationship together. That don't mean any of that. But I cannot go through my mind right now and think of just you guys listening to me talking about these times, the history of death row and me being around Tupac. Suge made those things possible for me to be relevant today. I have to honor that. Grateful for that opportunity. I'm telling you, man, if I had the money, if I had the money and Suge needed it and was hungry, I'm not going to do him like he did me when I was hungry. How Suge did me when he had it. I'm talking about really had it. I'm talking about when I wasn't around him, when he was spoiling me, he's saying. When I wasn't being spoiled, it was times that I was fucking homeless, hungry. He didn't feed me. That got to be in you. And that's not in every nigga. That got to be deep in you, like no matter what. I'm just that kind of person. People tell me all the time, man, why don't you just stop, leave this person alone, how they do you? I wouldn't even mess with them. I wouldn't even do. Man, God always fight my battles. I haven't seen a nigga that did me wrong in a good position. At the end of the day, I haven't seen them in a good position.
Yeah, I know the last time me and Suge spoke, he was real mad over that, diss record that Snoop made about him. He was heated, yo.
Yeah, he came out with a diss track and Suge's a bitch. You see, all them niggas saying all that shit, why Suge? Every nigga that I've seen talk on this show that say stuff about Suge, I've seen them say this shit why Suge locked up. There's not a nigga that I seen on here that would have said that shit to him in his face. Not one nigga.
I believe that.
Now what they today? I don't know.
Yeah, I know when I was talking to Suge, and I had no idea, but he was telling me how him and Left Eye dated. And I didn't know that, yo. I had no idea they dated.
That always was his girl. that always was his girl. Yeah, that always was his girl. For my first time coming to Death Row Records, the first time I went to a studio, we went to a LaFace parking lot. And Left Eye was in a limo with Suge. And I'm fresh out there. Shit, I am amazed to be around celebrities. And I opened the door on on Left Eye and Suge. And I slammed it real quick.
What you mean by you open the door on Left Eye and Suge?
Yeah, I opened the door. And I seen something that I shouldn't have seen probably.
What's that?
The same thing that Whack 100 said. Damn, I wasn't supposed to say that. It's in my book, though.
Nah, I don't recall that in your book. I read the whole book.
I said it. I alluded to it. I just didn't say who it was, but God damn it, there it is. Yeah, it was always his girl.
They was having relations?
No, she was, she was topping him off in the limo. And that's something to walk in and to see a celebrity that you see on TV. That was my first encounter.
Yeah, I would be tripped
Should
out.
be honest too when he asks you about this shit. Be honest, man. And I don't never hear Suge talk. You make sure you ask him about that Mary J. Blige shit. You better confirm this shit. Yeah. But these celebrities can only go so far. Like it's a group of them, right? and it's their community. And if you're a hoe, you're a hoe. I'm not saying that she is, right? But we just got hoes in our community, our family. You know, some of us are hoes, or horse ways. But celebrities are in a group, a community. And since they can't just go out and do it with everybody, they be in that community. I don't be surprised when they be talking to each other. She's a pretty girl. Wasn't nice. She wasn't nice, but she's really pretty. She just wasn't a nice girl. She wasn't a nice girl. She wasn't nice to people.
Yeah.
You know, she wasn't approachable. Like you couldn't walk up to her. I think in her later years you could, but like she wasn't a person that wanted to talk about friendly with. She's not a friendly artist. Like if you can think of people that you've met and be like, oh, that's a nice person. They're really friendly, great spirit. Da 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 da. You can feel that she was kind of different, eccentric, but she wasn't nice.
She was rude to you?
No, not really, because I think all of them was kind of careful with that from, me kind of being up under Suge and who I was. So I don't know. No, I wasn't going for it neither. I didn't let Suge be rude to me. Not that I'm tough, but I'm just not. You don't have to beat my head in. You have to beat me. You're gonna beat me up. You're gonna have to beat me up. You're not gonna disrespect me. And I've always been like that since I was little. If I believe it, I believe it.
So correct me if I'm wrong, but I remember you telling me that, he was messing around with Chili. So Suge, he had left out in Chili?
He had all of them. He had a lot of people. We used to call him the Eagle, the Hawk. Eagle Man, come in and clamp your bitch up and take her away. And like I told you, that was his thing to talk to. Talk to. If he knows that's your girl, she bad, he gonna get her.
Danny Boy, man. Danny Boy, man. Great interview, man. We gotta start doing these a lot more, man. I forgot how good these interviews be,
Yeah,
man.
And I be reading the comments. They like, man, you got to get back on there. But I always appreciate and enjoy when we have these conversations, man. It's always an honor to sit on this platform. Period. Always an honor.
Yeah, man. I know at one point we was doing them a
Yeah.
lot, man. But yeah, we definitely gonna start doing them more, man. I'm
Let's
gonna bring
get
you
it.
back in a few months, man, so we can
Let's
keep it
get it.
going. But before we end it, man, most importantly, man, take the time out to let the people know what you got going on, man.
Absolutely, man. Again, thank y'all so much for supporting me. I just celebrated the 3-year anniversary, I think, for my album, the Black Heart album, like your heart, Black Heart album. So y'all go check out some of that music. I'm doing different performances. I got my shirts right here. Y'all see it right here, my digital shirts with the songs that I've been on. They're available. Hit me on my Instagram, which is Danny Boy Stewart. And again, I thank y'all so much. Book me for your wedding. Book me for your divorce party. Just book me. And I
Yeah, boy
appreciate it.
can sing, man.
And
Shout
again,
out
thank
to
you so
you,
much, my boy. I appreciate
Danny
you, Art.
Boy. So yeah, that's right. He did. He did that. The chorus or hook, whatever. Pac said, "I ain't mad at you." That's him. You know what I'm saying? I forgot that was him. Yeah. But shout out to him, man. That was a pretty good interview. You know what I'm saying? It seemed like he was a little salty about some things, which I can understand. If Snoop was trying to screw him over like that, and then he turned around and gave him that fake necklace, that's crazy. I wonder if all Snoop shit fake. I mean, he gotta have some real shit too, but for him to just take that necklace off his neck and put it on old boy's neck, I mean, what did he not think that the guy was gonna find out that it wasn't real? I don't know, man. Why would he do that? Like he said, he thinking he trying to get back at him. You know what I'm saying? For Suge. I mean, because they going at it. Uh, Suge ended up calling Snoop a rat. You know what I'm saying? And I think Snoop did a diss song, and all that stuff is going on. But I don't think Snoop would be doing that if Suge wasn't incarcerated. I really don't think. I just don't think so. But you know, once he started losing all his people, then a lot of people started trying Suge, man, because he got shot one time. I think he was in front. I think he was at somebody's party. Um, I can't remember. Maybe y'all do. And he got knocked out. Somebody went on and just knocked him out. And the other day, they was interviewing another gang member. I think he was a Crip, and he said something like, Suge is, he big, you know what I'm saying, but he's slow. He said if he grab you, you know what I'm saying, it's a wrap. He said, but if you just move, you know what I'm saying, stick and move and hit him, man. He say he easy. He say he can't fight. The only way he can fight is if he grab you, and then it's over. He said, but if you can keep him from grabbing you, then you got him. But all this stuff is coming back up now that this uh trial is going on, man. All these different interviews, you're gonna start seeing a lot of them pop back up on YouTube, man. So y'all should go check him out, especially Art of the Dialogue, because excuse me, because he interviewed a lot of those guys. They talking about the Tupac's death. They talking about the history of death row. You know what I'm saying? You learn a lot of stuff. Like I don't know, it was one interview where he was saying I thought it was this one, but him and Mary J used to mess around, and I think she was like maybe 10 years his senior, cause this dude is still young. So yeah, that's all I got, man. I wanted to bring that to y'all, man. To, show y'all, man, how Snoop did this young man. That's terrible, man. Snoop shouldn't have done that to him, man. Cause you gotta think. I mean, he's big now. He got paper, but you always got to remember where you came from. You know what I'm saying? And shit, he shouldn't have done that to a boy. No matter if he's related to Suge or not, but he shouldn't have done that because the boy say he had $50,000 coming to him if he would have made another album for another record label. And Snoop was like, nah, 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 come with me. So the boy went with him thinking, you know what I'm saying, he finna just go big time. And then they offer him $7,000 for 10 years. And he can't do nothing else but just stick with Snoop. And there's something behind that death row thing. I just feel like it's too many backers. It's not, Snoop probably got about 10, 12 people, you know what I'm saying, that's on that death row thing. But he every time he come out, it's always about it's the new death row. I got this, it's mine. Bullshit. Because he wouldn't even have that many problems with trying to get these guys their money. You know what I'm saying? He knows that they're old. He knows what they did. He knows that those masters and all that stuff belong to them. So why is he having a problem getting that stuff back to these guys? Because Daz is mad at him. I think Corrupt. I think it was an interview where Corrupt said he was mad. But Corrupt, man, I think he ended up becoming an alcoholic or something. I don't even know if he's still alive, but I watched the interview with him too. But there's a lot of people that's upset with Snoop, man. All them people that used to be around Death Row. You know what I'm saying? They really upset with him. It's just, man, for the life of me, it's got me stuttering because the they was just like so big. They just had the '90s just wrapped. I mean, they was big. Everybody knew Death Row. You couldn't go down the street without listening to hearing somebody playing one of them songs. You know what I'm saying? Before Master P and them came out. And really, Snoop, man, he got a break because if it wasn't for Master P, he would probably be in the same situation as these guys. But he ended up leaving Death Row and going with Master P with No Limit. And that's what kind of got him to where he is. You know what I'm saying? These guys, man, Suge, he just took their money and didn't pay nobody, kept all the music and everything, and then he ended up losing it. It's just crazy, man. It's I don't know. They say, man, he should have had a better management team, and he should have bought them boys some type of security. At least bought them some houses. But Tupac's, I think Tupac's cousin. She said that the house that he was living in was in Nate Dogg's name. I'm like, damn, how's that? So they had to move out. She said they only had a few days. They was trying to mourn and move. You know what I'm saying? It was just hard. It's because his mom, Tupac's mom, said if this house don't belong to him, I don't want to stay in it. So I understand that. So I just hate it for him, man. I mean, it's nothing. Every time these guys come on and have these interviews, they have nothing good to say about how things are now. Back then, they talk about what they used to do and being around Pac, man. One guy said that it was people that used to come up to the studio, just to see Pac, man. He was well loved. They said he was, that's a blood gang Paru, I guess, studio. And they said it was Crips, man. They would just change their clothes and come up there in regular clothes just to go up there and see that guy, man. So it's I hate it, man. Rest in peace to him, man. I wonder what's gonna happen in this murder case, though. I just don't feel like they should be charging that guy because he told him, I guess he was telling them, like, if he give him the information, I don't know how he got the immunity, but I guess it was something. If he gave him the information about the murder of Tupac, he was supposed to get immunity. And now he wrote some book and was going on all these interviews, and now they end up trying to arrest him for it. I don't know. Anyways, I've been out here for a little, 2 hours, man. I'm gonna get up. It's gonna be Monday too. But hey, look here. I got a rough draft of some tank tops for the ladies for my show. I'm gonna play the video. It's got the tank top in this for the ladies. We're working on the shirts for the men. We haven't got them quite ready yet. But this is just kind of like a rough draft, you know what I'm saying? So if anything, you know what I'm saying, when you see it, if y'all would just be so kind and maybe put in the comments like I don't like that, do something different, you know what I'm saying? Or hey, I like it or something like that. But they're gonna be all different colors. But this one that's in this video is pink, I believe. So shout out to Mike Hussey. That's the guy that make all my shirts and stuff, man, because I'm in the car club as well. So I had him do a little rough draft of some shirts that I wanted for my show. So y'all check this out, man, and I appreciate y'all rocking with me. I really do. You know what I'm saying? Staying up with me this late, but appreciate you guys tapping in, rocking with me, man. Rest in peace to Pac, Nolan Wells, man. And like always, I'll catch y'all on the next one. But check out and let me know what y'all think about these shirts, man. It's for the females now. The guys will be coming out soon. But this is like a rough draft, little rough copy of it. And even in the comments, let me know what y'all think. Let's see if I can find it. Oh yeah. All right, man. So y'all have a good night. Stay safe, man. I'll catch y'all on the next one.